A brother's asking, is there a maximum time that a husband can be away from his family, from his wife? In the Quran and Hadith itself, primary sources, I don't know of any direct text that says how long. All the Quran and Hadith say is live with them reasonably and give them their rights and be generous to them and make them feel secure and so on. But Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anhu, in his time when he was the Khalifa, he used to take these soldiers with him to the battlefield, and sometimes they would stay long. And one day he's passing by and news came to him about a woman who was alone, a wife, and she said poetry about how she's going through a hard time without her husband, and how she says, I fear sin upon myself without my husband, and I fear the fire. And he knew what she meant. So he went and asked his Hafsa, his daughter radiallahu anha, and says, how long can a woman stand a common woman last and keep going in every way, in her emotions and feelings and security and all that stuff with her husband away? And she said 4 months. And then from that day he made a rule, men should not go to war for more than 4 months. But that's war, and he would return them back. Some scholars went for 4 months, but the truth is, brother, everybody's different. Some women can't even be 2 days without their husband. Some women a week. Some people in the beginning of their marriage, they're more closer together, they can't just stay away. And then as they get along and children come along, it's easier to be apart. So it depends. You as a husband, you need to look and know your family, akhi. You need to know what kind of wife you have, the circumstances, their needs, the place you live in, the social norms that you took her in, the culture, the family. Some people marry sisters who come out of a family where she was pampered all her life. Her father's always there giving her. You got to understand that she's going to be pampered, right? I'm not saying she's a bad person. She could be really good in other ways. Some people marry a woman who's gone through really hard life and her family's always away. Well, if that's your case, so you got to look at the circumstances. She could be ill, she could be pregnant, she could be breastfeeding, she could be any circumstances. So it's case by case. Alright, I hope inshallah that answers the question.